Wellington. 2 months ago, New Zealand's centre-right ruling National Party looked set to secure itself a fourth term in office. Despite the shock resignation of Prime Minister John Key last December, the party had retained its popularity and was well ahead in the polls under the leadership of Bill English. But in recent weeks, New Zealand politics has experienced more twists and turns than anyone could have reasonably predicted. It started with 3 leadership changes. The opposition Labour Party switched out its leader Andrew Little for Deputy Jacinda Ardern at the beginning of August, skyrocketing its popularity in the polls from its lowest results in decades to its best since the Helen Clark days. The Green Party weathered a scandal that claimed co-leader Metiria Ture's job. Her admission she committed benefit fraud coincided with a drop from a record-high poll result of 16% to below 5%, a figure that, under mixed-member proportional MMP voting, would see the party booted from Parliament. And then centrist United Future leader Peter Dunne, a fixture in Parliament for 33 years, decided to retire mid-campaign. On top of that, National MP Jian Yang admitted teaching English to Chinese spies. ANZ First Leader Winston Peters repaid 7 years of superannuation overpayments. National accused Labour of having an $11.7 billion fiscal hole that no economists could find. Jacinda Ardern was compared to Donald Trump by the Wall Street Journal, and a sitting MP moved overseas during a police investigation into an alleged secret recording scandal that ended his political career. Prime Minister Bill English launches the 2017 national election campaign in West Auckland in August. Photo Lawrence Smith. Despite the changes and the fact there's still a few days to go, more than 500,000 1 in 6 enrolled voters have turned out to cast early votes. If the polls are anything to go by, the final result on September 23 is anyone's guess, with the 2 main polls forecasting vastly different outcomes. New Zealand Prime Minister Bill English talks with supporters at an event in Christchurch. Photo app. The meteoric rise of Labour, the shock fall of the Greens, and the uncertainty of where exactly National sits in the polls means the election could still go any way. Colmar Brunton has Labour ahead by 4 points on 44%, while the latest Reid Research poll, released on Tuesday, puts National ahead by 10 points on 47%. Bill English chatting to a young Nationals grandmother on phone in campaign bus. Photo Monique Ford stuff. An aggregate poll puts the parties neck-and-neck. Coalitions would once again be needed to form government, something that's been standard for New Zealand since MMP started in 1996. National got over the line last election with the Maori Party, ACT New Zealand and United Future. New Zealand Labour Party leader Jacinda Ardern puts on a hairnet as she prepares to enter a mushroom factory in Christchurch, New Zealand. Photo app. United Future is unlikely to return to Parliament. The conversation around its new leader Damien Light HACT strayed much beyond his resemblance to Ryan Gosling. The Maori Party has indicated it could back National or Labour, though co-leader Marama Fox appears to have a preference for Labour. New Zealand Labour Party leader Jacinda Ardern. Photo app that leaves the right-wing ACT, whose leader David Seymour's electorate deal with National secures his support. Labour is guaranteed the support of the Greens, but that's only if they can remain in Parliament. The voting system. Kiwis, permanent residents and Australians who have been in New Zealand 12 months or more are all required to enrol to vote, but voting is not compulsory. Those who do vote get 2 ticks, 1 for an MP to represent their electorate and 1 for the party they want to form government. Parties who don't have electorate MPs must get 5% of the party vote to bring in MPs from their list. 5% of a party vote means 5% of seats in the 120-seat parliament, meaning a Green return would give them at least 6 MPs. The wildcard is New Zealand First, led by political veteran Peters, who has held the kingmaker position twice before siding with both National and Labour and could form a coalition with either party again this year. Right now there are up to 17 coalition scenarios, some more likely than the others, but no single obvious outcome. AAP